What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back with some Destiny 2 news in the form of This Week at Bungie. And initially today they do touch on the teaser that we had for the upcoming showcase for Destiny 2. That's where Bungie are going to talk about the next expansion on August 23rd. We'll touch on that a little bit more, but then Bungie also speak about changes to Gunsmith reputation for Season 18, so there are some useful updates there. They also touch on a new patch for the game next week, voting for trials maps, and a few other things which we'll break down in the videos. So as always guys, I hope you enjoy this one, but without further delay, let's jump into it. They say for this week's TWAB we're sharing some details about a specific August date that you won't want to miss, as well as touching on Solstice rewards for players to earn in the real world, opening up Trials of Osiris voting once again, and some plans that they have for Banshee 44. Firstly though, as they announced today, they say they're stoked that the next Destiny 2 showcase is coming up, and we'd like to invite players to mark August 23rd, 2022 down on your calendars. No spoilers, but we're excited to show you what's next. Who knows, we may even have some surprises up that proverbial sleeve. They go on to say we want to take a moment to set some expectations before the showcase itself, because we have a few exciting things set for next month. TWABs before that date will not be announcing any major news. We'll still be updating you all on what's going on with the live game, but we won't be sharing any groundbreaking revelations until everyone has witnessed the showcase dropping next month. So August 23rd will be an interesting one. That's also the launch date for Season 18. So presumably we're going to get a bit of a look at the rest of this year, and then some of Lightfall and how those are going to be connected. Something else separate from the TWAB that's worth a mention, but somebody asked Liana Rupert on Twitter any updates on raid launch date. Some of us have to plan ahead. And she did say next week you'll have that info, and as far as we know that's referencing the Reprised raid, either Kingsfall or Wrath of the Machine, which we're going to see in Season 18. And so definitely stay tuned next week for more information about the launch for that raid at the very least, and who knows, we may get a teaser as to which raid we'll actually see, although a lot of folks do think it will be Kingsfall. We'll simply have to wait and find out. Up next though, Bungie speak about vendor changes for Gunsmith, and specifically for reputation. And they say over the course of the last 2 seasons, we've been evaluating data as well as your feedback regarding Gunsmith reputation progress, and just like Banshee 44's memory, it's not quite in the state that we would like it to be, so in order to address this, we'll be making a few changes in Season 18, and this is a brief overview of what we can expect. So firstly, starting in Season 18, completing daily Gunsmith bounties will now grant 50 Gunsmith reputation each, which is up from 25, for a total of 200 Gunsmith rep each day. And because of that, you're going to want to make sure you drop by and grab those bounties more regularly. And they go on to say, secondly, and more impactfully for players, Gunsmith reputation gained from dismantling legendary or exotic weapons and armor will be increased to 5 each, up from 3. And so this should offer a considerable boost to the rate at which Gunsmith reputation can be earned. And they say overall we want engaged players to be able to reset Banshee's reputation at least once per season. And though these changes coming in Season 18 will allow players to rank up with the XO more efficiently, we will continue to monitor and evaluate progression over the course of the coming seasons. And so a bit of a boost to Gunsmith reputation gains there is certainly welcomed. It is pretty slow. We'll simply have to wait and see how it feels in the game. So give us your thoughts about that. And related to Solstice of Heroes, Bungie give a quick heads up here about maximum silver ash, and players who complete the bonfire bash activity while holding a maximum stack of silver ash may still have their silver leaves converted while not receiving any more ash. And so if you're maxed out on that, do be aware that the silver leaves are still used up, but are essentially wasted since it can't go into your inventory. They also say that next Tuesday we'll get a hotfix to the game, so that's July 25th. And at 9 AM, Destiny maintenance will begin, with the game being brought offline at 9:45 AM Pacific, which is 16:45 UTC. Then at 10 AM, which is 1700 UTC, at the normal weekly reset time, D2 hotfix 4151 will begin rolling out. They don't specify exact changes that we'll see in that hotfix, but there is a list of known issues in the TWAB, including that some players who donated to Bungie Foundation Giving Festival may have blank emblems listed in their collections. Also that Kindling and Ember armor mod slots of the Candescent armor are incorrectly using the icon for a combat style armor mod in the armor's menu screen. They also point out that the last update has made unintentional changes to the last word's damage output, which will be adjusted back to intended levels next hotfix. So that's one specific change, but also that some activities don't drop silver leaves, including Dares, Sever, Altars of Sorrow, Patrols, and the Blind Well. They're also aware of the problem where Solstice Candescent armor can't be synthesized into another armor slot. So they are tracking a few issues there, but I'll keep you guys posted with the changes that we get in next week's hotfix. On top of this, they say for Trials of Osiris players, they're going to be holding a vote for which map we'll see, and that'll be for the upcoming Trials Lab rotation, so it's between Eternity, Widow's Court, and Rusted Lands. And they also point out that it's possible we'll get a shiny new emblem, and if we can get 77,000 votes within the first 48 hours, a special reward will unlock via Bungie rewards, so they'll release a new emblem if 77,000 votes are cast. So if you want to check that out, it will be linked in the TWAB down below. Plus in the TWAB they also touch about some of the Bungie store Solstice items, so like the pin badge for example, as well as t-shirts and some other stuff that is available right now. So be aware of that too. All of the links are in the article from today. Final couple of mentions here, Bungie Help said that the issue with the Seashore set pack from Eververse not showing up after purchase has now been resolved and players should log out of the game for the fix to apply. They also add though that they're still working to unlock these items for players who purchased the pack prior to the fix and hope to have a resolution soon. So bear that in mind if you've been affected by it. And another very final mention for the hunters out there, but my pal Duddits made a video covering Caliban's hand and the knock 'em down aspect, which now work together as intended following the update this week. And so final blows with the throwing knife fully refund your melee energy, meaning it's possible to continuously throw knives as long as you're making kills. And of course, Caliban's hand lets proximity knives scorch targets with explosions or ignites them on final blows. And so now you can continuously throw knives, raining fire on groups of enemies, which is pretty cool. So I thought that was worth a mention, and Duddits has a fuller build video with this, which you should definitely check out, linked in the description box below. For today though guys, give us any of your thoughts on what we've covered in the video down in the comments section. If you've enjoyed this one, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. And also be sure to visit gamersupps.com and use code Houndish to get 10% off any of Gamer Supps products. They made some really cool sugar-free performance-focused drinks for gamers, so be sure to check that out following the link down below. And otherwise for today, I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll catch you guys very soon.
We have seen enough. The children of soul cry out for salvation. Enough death. Enough life. You have no pieces left to place.